How's it going, everybody? I'm Lamu Gray, and I'd like to welcome you to a little segment that I like to call PokéMath. Now, we all know how to catch a Pokemon. You weaken it, you paralyze it, or sleep it, or poison, or whatever, and then you throw one of these bad boys, and it wiggles, and it wiggles, and it wiggles, and it catches. But it's actually a little bit deeper than that, and that's what I'm going to try to explain to you guys today. Is this episode is all about Pokemon catch rates. Some of you may have seen this meme kicking around the internet. Now, I know it looks intimidating, but it's actually not that difficult if you sit down and read through it. This is a Pokemon's catch rate and how to calculate if a Pokemon will be a successful catch. As you can see here, each Pokemon has a catch rate. That's a number between 255 and 3. Now, the higher this number is, like this Caterpie with 255, the easier it is to catch, as opposed to, all the way down the list, Diancie with 3. Okay? If a Pokemon had a lower catch rate than 3, it would be impossible to catch with a Master Ball. That is why there is no less than 3. Now, I'm going to leave this in the description, a link to this list in the description below, so you guys can check it out for yourself, and you can see, for example, Hitmontop has a catch rate of 45, and Garbodor has a 60, Trevenant also has 60, Dugong 75. You can see this for yourself and do your own calculations accordingly. As you probably already knew, status ailment are one of the multipliers that need to be added to the equation for it to work out. Now, I thought that all the statuses were the same, and you might have thought that too, but actually, no. I learned this while doing research for this video. Poison, burn, and paralysis are a 1.5 multiplier, while freeze and sleep are a 2.5 multiplier. Now, we'll get into how these work into the equation later on, but for now, this is what you need to know. Now, onto Pokeballs. Like the other list of Pokemon by catch rates, this is a list of Pokeballs by catch rates and how they work, and I will also leave it in the description. Okay, so you can see here, here's the Pokeball that it is. Here is the catch rate, that is, or the multiplier that needs to be added to the equation, just like we did with the paralysis and the burn, etc. For example, a Pokeball has a ×1, meaning it has no additional effect. Because you multiply something by 1, it stays the same. An Ultra Ball is ×2. You add a ×2 to your equation, but we'll get into that later. This list is interesting because it also tells you the additional effects of each Pokeball, and that can be really useful. Like, for example, here, a Dusk Ball. So you know that it's 3.5 when you're inside a cave, but otherwise it's just ×1. So here is the equation, where A represents the modified catch rate, or the Pokemon's catch rate after the bonuses have been added to it. So it's 3 times the Pokemon's max HP minus 2 times the Pokemon's current HP. And then all that in parentheses times the catch rate of the Pokemon times the bonus represented by the Pokeball used. Then all that is divided by 3 times the max HP, and all that multiplied by whatever status condition it has. So as an example, I went out to catch a Pokemon, and I ran into this wild Chansey. So I'm going to paralyze it, so nice and statused. Then I'm going to change to my catcher. I'm going to hit it with a full swipe to leave it at 1 HP. And then I'm going to go ahead and use an Ultra Ball. Here we can see how the equation has been changed in accordance to this Chansey, where max HP was changed to 198, which was that Chansey's max HP. Current HP was changed to 1, which is the HP we left it at after a false swipe. The catch rate for Chansey is 30, and the ball bonus from using an Ultra Ball is 2. Then we have max HP again at 198, and the status bonus for paralysis being 1.5. So we go ahead and do the math, and we end up with A equals 90. So the modified catch rate for this Chansey is 90. But hey, don't put your calculators away just yet, because we still haven't talked about shake checks and shake probability. Now in Gen 6, every time that Pokeball gives a little shake-up, it's calculating a shake check. Now this means that it's generating a random number, and if that random number is more than the shake probability, then the catch fails. So how do you calculate the shake probability? Well, I'm going to explain that right now. First of all, if the modified catch rate turns out to be greater than 255, which we already saw in our Chansey, it was 90, so that's not the case. But if this is ever the case, then the Pokeball won't even bother shaking, and it'll just be an automatic fail, and it won't catch. This is the equation necessary to calculate shake probability, where B is the shake probability, and A is the catch rate, or the modified catch rate, rather. So, if we were to go ahead and calculate this for Chansey, we go ahead and substitute 90, the catch rate we already know, for A. We do the math, and it comes out to 50,412. So once again, each time that Ultra Ball is shaking, it represents a random number being generated, and if that number is less than 50,412, then it shakes again until 4 times, and after the 4th time, the Pokemon is caught. So the next time you're up against that legendary Pokemon and you're not sure if it's time to use your last Ultra Ball or not, you can go ahead and do the math for yourself. I'm the Moongray, and thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye!